I'm very excited. I see a lot of new energy around the team. I was at Patana today, and I think the energy level was very good. I was at the final earlier this year at Sevi, and we were very close to winning the finals, and it was a big upset. But I believe that this team has a history and track record of always bouncing back. So that is what we hope to achieve this season, and being able to identify ourselves more to the style of play that we've had. I think is something very exciting. In the last few months, the style of play has become more ambitious, and I think the games are becoming more entertaining, as we can see, from what I've heard from my colleagues, that we've been averaging a 41,000 attendance number for the fans. So I'm very, very happy and grateful to the fans for coming and support. And I think more than that, I think I'm very happy that the fans are starting to enjoy the style of play again. For us as a club, we always want to play in Europe, for sure, right? This is a common goal and ambition of everybody involved in it. And like you mentioned, I think there's a very delicate balance between the sporting and economic needs of the club. And finding that balance is something that is not easy, but something everybody's working very hard to achieve. Also, for us to be able to consistently perform on a high level, I think some sort of economic stability has to be achieved first. We don't want just the odd season whereby we do really well one season and the next season we don't perform. I think that is not what we want. After all, we are a big club. We want to consistently play in Europe year after year, and for that to happen, there needs to be economic stability at the club first. I think the goal is to win, right? This is football, and however hard we can try at the back, and we are trying very hard. I think at the end of the day, results matter, and I do understand that. And that is something we really hope to achieve with this revitalization of the project, and with this restructuring. We understood and understand that we are trying to come out of this situation stronger than before, with Lehun coming on board back as president and myself finally being able to represent this club in an official capacity. It is something that makes me very happy and excited for the future. I think I hold Coach Gattuso in very high regard. I think he is an excellent coach and an even better man. He is somebody I really respect and I really like, both professionally and on a personal level as well. He is definitely very key to this project, and he's able to command the respect of the players as well as the dressing room and the stakeholders, and myself included. So definitely really excited for the rest of the season, and just to look forward towards with him at the helm. He's the perfect coach to lead a new young team for the future, right? You mentioned the future, this new identity that we form in the style of play that's being enjoyed by the fans. Everything points towards one thing, the future, right? Hence I really hope we can stop. We acknowledge that we've moved on from the past, but I hope that we can look forward. I think I embrace this new role, and I look forward to working very closely with President in the new future of the club. I am going to be carrying out my responsibilities like any other directors on the board, but I also do note that I am perhaps in a little bit more of a different position. So I will work even harder and make a bigger commitment to learn, to really try to immerse myself in the culture here as well, so that I don't want to use cultural differences as an excuse, although it is a fact that it exists. So I do look forward to reaching out to more of the different associations on the ground to be able to broaden my perspective and to learn and to listen to the different peñas. Am I right? Yeah. So I do look forward to that in the future when I come back, and this is something we will arrange, and we will reach out accordingly for me to be able to go on the ground and to listen and to really learn. I think that is ultimately the most important. The fans, this is something I've constantly said, and now that I am also officially on the board, I think that we will definitely make a greater effort in order to connect and to show the fans that we are listening with respect to the deep and rich culture of this club, as well as the traditions that has been here for a long time. I understand that it hasn't been a easy last few years for the fans, not playing in Europe for over 1,000 days. We hope to change that. Obviously, change does not happen overnight, but we are going to work very hard to ensure that we get back to that level of play. I have deep respect for the club and the level of competitiveness that we've played at, back-to-back Champions finals. We do have to take this into account moving forward, that this is the level of play that we should be at. And I do agree with the fans that, what is happening now is, I understand why they are upset, and I am upset as well. We do really hope that we will go back to this level one day, and the board and myself will work very hard to try to make this happen. With respect to the deep history and traditions of the club, we have decided to revert back to the original for the General Assembly. We hope that this will allow us to connect with all shareholders, as well as to show that we are serious about change and we want to connect back with shareholders, with fans, with media. He has always been committed to the club, right? I think we all experience up and downs, but his commitment to the club has never wavered. I think this is very evident in the financial support that he has constantly been giving the club. I think even more reiterated in this new loan that has been granted this year for the club, even with the new Gattuso project as well, and myself being here. So I think for him, actions speak louder than words. We all have different forms of communications, and his is action. For us, at least, for myself, is we obviously want to communicate and be more open, but beyond that, it's taking actions. Hence, the decision to revert back to the original number of shares for the General Assembly, to be able to remain more connected to the fans and to open it up for all shareholders. I think that's action, right? I think for us going to the City Hall and meeting with Mayor Ribo, that is action on our end as well. We remain very committed to the project, and now with the CVC funding, we are finally able to move forward with the Numestea, and we would love to be able to move forward with it with clarity and to really give value back to this great city where this great club is. I understand that the last few years has not been easy, and that trust has been broken. I'm not asking for trust today. I'm asking for you to see the actions that we take, and from there make your own decision, right? The sporting objectives are very clear with us. We want the exact same thing, right? We really do want the exact same thing as everybody. We want to play in Europe, we want to win games, we want to win trophies. That is what we want very clearly. I think with regards to everything that has happened, I really hope that with myself coming on board and being able to be here in an official capacity, I know it's a big ask, but I hope we can start afresh and not asking for trust immediately, but start afresh, see what we do with our actions, and then make the decision yourself from then on. I also want to say thank you to all the fans for always standing by the club, regardless, and always showing support. And the attendance in the stadium this year really speaks volumes, and I am really grateful on behalf of the team for showing that support and being there for them regardless.